19-year-old Jeffrey Crawford Brooks pled guilty to 3 charges related to the crash, including aggravated involuntary manslaughter for the death of 49-year-old Jonah Holland. Prosecutors say back on August 13, 2022, she and Natalie Rayner were on a bike along Osborne Turnpike when Brooks slammed into them. They say he had THC and alcohol in his system, including a blood alcohol level of .212 3 hours after the crash. The legal limit is .08.
It's tragic what happened to Natalie and Jonah.
Lee White was in the courtroom for Monday's plea and says he'd known Holland for over a decade and wanted to show support for her memory.
Most pure and kind person you've ever met, certainly. Very giving and, like I said, very kind.
White says he met Holland in a cycling class when she helped welcome him and his girlfriend into the group.
We did swimming as well with the Richmond Triathlon Club, and she would get out there and help people, but when she was doing her own swimming, she was super fast as well.
Along with Holland, prosecutors say Rayner, a triathlete herself, has suffered permanent injuries, including to her hip and collarbone, and while she has made a remarkable recovery, will likely never return to the level of athleticism she once had. Brooks has remained in custody since the crash, and while he did not speak beyond answering questions from the judge, his attorney said he's extremely remorseful for what happened. Prosecutors agreed to drop 2 misdemeanor charges against him, but no agreement was reached on a sentence. The judge will determine that in October, leaving White to hold off on saying if justice has been served.
We'll see what the sentencing comes down to.
But one thing White is certain about is the message he hopes the community at large gets from this whole case.
Don't drive when you're impaired for any reason. If you feel not right, just don't drive. Seems everybody should know that, but a lot of people are not taking that advice.
And for his part, White says since the crash, he's actually avoided cycling on the major roadways like the one that Holland and Rayner were hit on, sticking to neighborhoods instead. As for when the suspect is sentenced, he faces a maximum of 31 years in prison. In Henrico County, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.